Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. This is a video on DirtyBomb. I wanted to talk about this real quick because I've been playing quite a bit. I'm level 9, which has actually taken quite a bit. I think I'm somewhere over 50 hours of gameplay. Probably not doing like the min-max style of leveling, but I've played quite a bit. I know there was a patch today that they fixed some of the exploitative bugs for leveling. Like there was a thing where you could put down one of the characters' healing deployables, and then that would just like give you tons of XP over and over and over for a long time, and you'd level up a lot faster. That was actually patched out today in the patch notes I read. So yeah, I have not done anything like that. So as far as I know, legitimate leveling takes quite a bit of time in this game, and when you see someone who's level 30 or 40 or something, that means they've probably put in a lot of hours, and we're in the alpha or maybe early in the beta, but probably in the alpha for this. This game is still in beta, so, you know, by far not the end-all review kind of video that this is going to get, but, you know, this is open to everyone now. It's open beta, so they've actually been doing a little bit of patching and stuff the last 2 weeks. They've had a couple patches I've seen, which I think is good. Continued development should happen, especially while it's still in beta. I'm pretty happy with most of the stuff I've seen. You know, I don't know about class balance changes that much. I haven't played completely in the competitive scene, but I do like the two new characters that came out. You know, Red Eye is the newest one at the time of this video, and then Phantom was the one right before that, and it wasn't really that long between the champion mercs releases, so that's kind of exciting. Note there will be more, and they are actively developing this game. On with the stuff that I want to talk about in this video. This part of the video I'm going to do, I think, 2 parts. This will be just no gameplay, just looking at stuff, but you know, we'll go first. The barracks. You have several mercs, or champions, as I'm going to constantly call them because I play League of Legends. You know, this is it's a good starting point for a game like this. That's kind of a TF2 base style of class-based shooting game, and I think they did a good job making a variety of different play styles and making them fun. And then I think the way they did the unlocks is slightly unique, and I think it works. In 2015, I feel like it's a kind of like a mix of several kinds of games to make this, you know, make sense as it is. So, you know, you start out with, you have Aura and you have Skyhammer are the 2 mercs that everyone starts with, which I think is a good start. You've got Aura, who is a healer. She's got healing stations and defibrillator, so she can throw out little healing boxes, and then she can revive people that have died recently before they release or try and spawn in the next wave, or before they're executed by an enemy. So that's pretty easy class to play. It's a good thing. Everyone should have a healer, I think, in this game. Healing is pretty important. It's important to have that on your team. And Skyhammer, he gives out ammo packs and has an airstrike, so he also fills that support need with ammo, because this game does not give you infinite ammo. It gives you a very limited supply, and if you are doing well enough, you will survive long enough that you will need more ammo. So having someone who can throw out ammo packs is pretty handy, especially in games where you're sitting and kind of turtling, hiding in a corner, and you know, trying to pick guys off that run around a corner too fast or something. You can just shoot them, and you know, we'll get onto the shooting in a little bit, but you know, you're gonna need ammo, because this game is, it's not that they're spongy people you're playing against. They're not just absorbing your bullets, but you're also not connecting every bullet. You are definitely missing a bit. It's a very loose feeling when you're shooting in this game. I'd say you can, you know, hip fire, spray and pray. You can do that in this game, which is different than some other games. I'm used to Call of Duty. I don't really know about Battlefield, but I've played my share of Counter-Strike, and I've played a bit of, quite a bit of TF2. And between all those games, this game feels kind of like you can just kind of aim, and you'll probably still hit stuff. you'll probably still miss stuff. I've been playing the sniper. He's one of the cheaper to buy mercs, so I bought him. Actually, first, second. I think he's the second one I bought, and I've been trying to play him a bit, and he doesn't quite fill the role. I feel he doesn't quite fill the role in a team-based game where you're trying to do objectives. It's weird to play him. It's fun when you get like a quadra kill or something, but he falls in that weird, is he helping the team or is he just out for kills, the lone wolf character. So playing him, I realized a lot of how not inaccurate, but just I don't know, I'm not used to maybe the lag compensation for this game, but I feel like some shots should have hit, some shots shouldn't have hit, and yet they do, or don't. And I feel like it's just a little bit looser feeling in a shooting game than some of the other games that I've played. And so he's one that I've been playing, just trying to figure out, how good, how well he can be accurately. And I've seen some people that are really good with him. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not quite into the sniper role. I've never been good at snipers. I always want to in Call of Duty and stuff. And I find that submachine guns are just so much better in Call of Duty, and just spray and pray and blah, 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 and hope that you hit something. And, sniping, one hit, one kill has never been my thing. And I feel like this game, because some of the champions like Rhino is like kind of the heavy equivalent from TF2 with big machine gun, but he also runs around with a shotgun and stuff. He has more than 100 health. I think he has 130. I'm not quite sure if it says on here. Oh, he has 200 health. So he has quite a bit more than the average character. Should be about 100 health, right? But then there's other characters in this game. Artie has 120. Aura, I think, is 80. So some people have less than 100 health. So some people you could, pick off. They're a little, some of them like Aura, and I think Proxy maybe, or Kira. Let's look at Kira. She's a 90. Some of them, they move, some of the girl characters, they move a little faster, where Rhino, he moves pretty slow. I think Fragger felt really slow when I played him too. I believe he has more health, so he might be one to look at. 150 health. So there is kind of difference than Counter-Strike, where like everyone has 100 health, plus or minus a flak jacket and helmet. That is a different, armor is a different kind of thing, I guess, to bring up. But this doesn't have that going on in it. But it does have a lot more, explosives. You've got Fragger and Nader, and Fletcher has sticky bombs. Artie has a kind of airdrop thing. Skyhammer has an airstrike thing. Kira has the sky laser that's a total different thing on its own. She kind of can direct it and stuff. There's a whole bunch of different stuff in the characters. But my next point in this game is going to have to be, when I'm looking at it from a point of should you play it or is it worth your time to play this game, is it's going to take a while to get all the characters. They have like a weekly or bi-weekly whatever rotation. I haven't quite figured out when the day is that it resets. I think it was different the two times I saw it reset. I didn't know quite what was going on, but maybe it just fell on a weird week. Last weekend they had a try out all the champion or all the mercs weekend, where they did like, 4 of them are free to play this day on Friday or Thursday, Friday, whatever it was. 4 of them are on Saturday, and another 4 are on Sunday. So you could try out all of them. This was before Red Eye came out, and that was, not having to count Aura and Skyhammer into their rotation. So whatever the 4, there wasn't, there's not that many champions. Mercs, I'm gonna keep slipping off that up. So there's good chances to try out the different mercs. But my next, my thing is the price point is most of them are 50,000 credits now. The credit system you get in game, you get some credits every game that you play. Win or lose, you get some more from missions and stuff that they give you. You get a first win of the day, you get a first game of the day. Those are both 500, and I think I generally play right around the time it rolls over. If I don't play for a day or two, I'll get the first win, first game of the day, and then I'll play another game, and somewhere right after midnight, and it'll give it to me again, like 1 a.m. or something. I'll be playing, and I get it a second time. I'm like, cool, I got 2,000 credits real quick there. But they have very few of these champions that cost the 30,000 price. I think there's Artie, Vasily, and I want to say Sawbones was the other one. I don't remember. I think there's only 3 at that price point. Pretty much all the other ones are 50,000 credits. So they also have the real money price next to that. So you have $5.99 or $9.99. So if you wanted to buy them, if you wanted to skip ahead and get them, you could. If you want to earn them a legit way, you can. It's going to take quite a while. There's not a ton, but there is also in the store, there is the bundles that they have, and they have the 3. The deployable bundles gives you Kira, Sawbones, and Bushwhacker. And that is, I think, $15.99. That's the pack that I bought because I really liked, did I say Kira? Proxy, Sawbones, Bushwhacker. I thought those 3 were really good. The little bit that I got to try these 2, and then Sawbones I didn't get to try before, but pretty happy with him. I think he's one of the better medics, and so that's a pack that I purchased just so I'd have Bushwhacker and Proxy. I thought were 2 of the best objective specialists in the game, and then it gives you the 2 elite cases. So I bought that bundle. There's the sharpshooter bundle, which is also the same price, and that's because these 2 guys are 30,000, she's 50,000. I didn't buy that, and I didn't buy this explosive bundle, which actually costs more because these are all 50,000 credit mercs. So I believe Sawbones is 30,000. I think Proxy might be 30,000, or I'm pretty sure he's 50,000, but it might be 230,000 and 50,000. 230,000 and 50,000 in this one. That's why they are different price. Than this one is $19.99 when the other ones are $15.99. So the Worm Bundle does cost a bit more. The other thing you can buy is boosts that give you credit for in-game time playing. Doubles your amounts of credits earned now. I don't know how that works. I haven't done any of the boosts. I'm pretty sure it doesn't apply to missions or anything. So I'm guessing just the 100 or 200 credits you earn per game is doubled. It doesn't seem that worth it to me. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll give those away as like a free weekend or something. Here's a 6-hour or 2-hour bonus or something. Maybe they'll do something like that in the future, and that might be like something for them to use to re-incentivize people to play. I don't feel like there's too much that you need it for, but there is the option of buying the loadouts, which after you get your different mercs, you have to also get them loadouts. There is the default loadout that is a gun, a pistol, like a primary gun, a pistol or submachine gun, and then melee weapon. You can find someone that has a submachine gun. So he has primary weapon, submachine gun, and then like a knife or cricket bat. He also has the shotgun versus the submachine gun, so he's kind of a different character. And then he has the skill for using the sticky bomb, so he's a different kind of character. This guy has a skill for a grenade, she has a skill for laser, skill for a grenade. Phantom skill is to stealth, but his specialty is basically being a melee champion with stealth and increased armor, so he can get up close. Aura being a healer. So you have the different things. There is probably very optimal builds where you have stuff like for her, get up 50% increased health given on revive, so you revive someone, they get more health. Or this one is extra supplies, 20% cooldown reduction to her supplies ability, so her Q ability, like you move with WASD in this game, but her Q is like a, in Call of Duty it'd be the support grenades or whatever, the tactical grenades instead of the explosive grenades. So Q, and I think the other key is F, I've rebound those on my own to Q and G just because those felt more Call of Duty. But so her Q ability will have a reduced cooldown, so she'll get more healing things. What's the other one? Reload while sprinting. This one's in a potent pack, so your health packs do 20% more health. So I think there's optimal things, and I don't know, like your default things that you'll get for all of these people, all these mercs are going to be, no rarity. They're not going to have any of the 3 circles on the side, so no augments, and you're just going to have just the weapons. They'll have their abilities. Nader has a martyrdom thing, so she can run in suicide bomber, kamikaze. She can throw grenades with her Q. Brings up her grenade launcher, but she can go in, she can drop one when she dies, so suicide bomber. Proxy has landmines that take a little bit to arm, so she can throw down a landmine, run away, and then someone steps over it, trips the booby trap, boom. Bushwhacker has a sentry gun, a little different than the engineer in TF2, because he can just drop it and it builds, and then it's vulnerable while it's building, which is kind of the counterplay to it, is you can kill it before it can shoot you. Then it has a little bit of health, but then it's basically a sentry gun that's watching 4 people, shooting them before or as they round corners or as they're trying to do objectives. So they have their different things, but we'll go to loadouts again, and there's for some people a more optimal build. This card I got, killing an enemy fire support merc, that's the ammo droppers, will make them drop a small ammo pack, or killing a medic will make them drop a small health pack. That's cool if you're running around killing a lot of people really quick. Spares, so he's got extra magazines. That's kind of cool. He starts out with the same amount of ammo as any other bushwhacker, right? But then if someone drops an ammo pack, he gets an extra clip. If someone drops an ammo pack again, he gets, to carry more ammo packs or ammo clips. So that's nice. Focus, reducing flinch when hit while iron sighting. I feel like that's not very important. So that's kind of a suboptimal thing on this build, on this card that I got. And then you have the Blishlock, I believe is how you say that, gun versus SMG9. This card I thought had a better build because it increased the health of my deployable, but then it had this, increased melee damage. I'm never meleeing with him. It's just not a champion I like meleeing with. Toughness reduces the delay until health regen starts by 33%. That's pretty handy. If you go shoot, get shot, hide around the corner, you're like Master Chief, you regen your health. Very nice. This reduces the delay before it starts regening your health. That's nice if you're playing solo. It works out pretty good. Now, I got that card, and then I also got this card, which is increase the deployable health, and then lock on turrets and mines and other things react 30% more quickly. I think that is probably one of his best perks for him. And then cooldown on mounted machine guns so they don't overheat by 50%. That's pretty good. If there's a couple levels where they have good, sentries that are watching the thing. You can put your sentry gun behind you to watch your back. You can sit on the sentry gun or the machine gun turret, and you can get a lot of kills that way. So I think that's probably the best card I've gotten. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, I didn't explain, you have to buy the mercs. You also get the cards. If you get a card for a merc you don't get to play the merc. It feels weird, kind of at first. I was a little set off. I was like, but I have a card for them. And some of the first cards I got, when I bought that one pack, I got a Phantom and a Sparks card. I think it was this one with the quick draw, melee, and allows you to reload while sprinting. I was like, that's kind of a crappy loadout for a medic. I would much rather have something like increased health given up. I think that's how quick her lightning gun recharges. I'm not sure. And then potent packs increases your health regen rate from your abilities. Like, that seems like a much better card. But, you know, the first ones I got, I was like, well, I got this cool card. I don't own this champion. Now I can't play it. So I'm currently saving up to get Sparks because I've played her on the free rotation. She was a lot of fun. I got another card that was a silver version of her card. I was like, okay, getting a lot of her cards. I've got at least 3 in the above bronze category. It's a little madness. I got Aura, which was like, cool, I already have her. I can actually use hers. And I got Rhino, I'm like, I don't have his either. So most of the cards that I've gotten from the random drop boxes have turned out to be ones that I can't use or until I buy the merc. So there's a little bit of that in this game where it's like, maybe that's an incentive. Maybe it's to make me want to buy a champion or merc because I don't own them. I can try them out when they're free week, like this guy's free week. I can see if I like it, but yeah, without that, there's some of these that I kind of tried out already, and I didn't really care for them. I kind of tried out Fletcher. I didn't care for him as much, you know. Artie, I feel like, is like a slightly weaker Skyhammer. He's got less cooldown on his artillery than his airstrike. He has a little longer cooldown. I feel like, you know, this one's just a little bit better. You know, his guns seem a little bit better. Maybe he's got more health than Artie. I don't know what it was. Something felt different. Maybe it's because I didn't have very good cards. I just had like some of the lowest quality cards for Artie, and I have a bronze card for this guy, which is the 3rd tier. And that might make a difference. Not a huge difference, but you know, maybe just mental note that this guy has a better card, so I would rather play him. But knowing that I have characters like this that I haven't bought, that I do have good cards for, makes me kind of want to play them. So, you know, I am working on earning legitimately these stuff instead of just buying them for real money. And it takes a bit of time. So, you know, when it comes to evaluating, is this game worth your time? Just know that it's going to be like League of Legends, where you are spending a lot of time to earn a little bit of in-game money per game to eventually buy a champion or stuff like that. Now, the loadouts, again, the cases, because they have a couple different tiers. I don't have any of the lead tier right now. You can use them all to trade up to the next tier. It costs more when you get the higher ones, like bronze. It takes 4 bronze to get to a silver. You can't you can't trade up your whatever these are called, no rarity ones. You get lead, goes to iron, is the 2nd tier. I have the 1 iron right now. And then iron goes into bronze, so you can trade these up. It takes like 3 of the 1st tier. Say we're gonna make a bushwhacker. You hit continue. Now if I'm gonna make you can't make the lead cards because you don't have anything lower than that, but 3 lead cards will make an iron card. So if I had any, when I hit continue, it would let me drag and drop them over here, and I can pick, or I can just autofill, and it'll take any of the 3 random ones that I have. If I just have 3, it'll take them all. And then 500 credits out of your huge stash to make that one, and it gives you random augments and then random chance at the different guns you can use. Now, that can work in your favor, it can work against you. Like if you've seen earlier, I had a couple different bushwhackers because it took 3 iron and made a bushwhacker. Wasn't happy with that one, so I made another one. So looking at this, so I have a couple different bushwhackers because the first one I made was this one, and I was like, well, that sucks. Second one I made was this one, which I was like, cool, it's got the deployable health thing, but melee, I don't really need that. And the Master Chief ability, I was kind of like, yeah, it's cool, but this gun, not as cool as this gun. This gun's got the little green dot sights on it, and this has just regular iron sights. I like this gun. It handles fun. I got used to playing with it because I had this card first. So I was like, I'll try another one, and I actually got this one, which I thought superior to both. So I thought, okay, well, what would it take, to get a silver? You go to the trade up, choose him, and then continue. And then if you look at silver, because these are just generally camouflage upgrades and gun camo or character camo, hat camo stuff difference. They have the same limit on augments, the same guns, possibly best in slot augments. I don't know if that's a thing between bronze and the next ones. But so this takes then 4, so I have to take 4 of my bronze cards to upgrade to get 1 silver and a 200 credit fee. And I feel like it's starting to get really expensive to get to these points. And I know there's streamers that go out there and just are like, you know, buy a whole bunch of these bronze cards and do that. And you can actually go and buy loadouts. That's what this part of the store was. Like, you can buy loadouts. You can buy the bundle that has like the arty loadout pack, and you can buy this for 100,000 credits or 20 bucks. Then you get the, what is this, 9 cards for the different varieties of augments, the different 3 guns that he gets for his primary, and looks like 2 secondary guns. I don't know, is that 2 or 3? Selbad, whatever that is. M9 and the Calden. So he gets 3 primary or 3 secondary, and then the Sonato Stiletto, cricket bat, or the bench hill combat knife. So 3 different of each, but there's different mixes of augments with each of the 3 different guns. So you could buy that for 20 bucks. Now you can also go in here and loadouts, and you can say, I think for him maybe extra ammo. So that's the amount of ammo packs he has on his queue, increased by 1, and this is extra supply, 20% cooldown reduction on his queue, and this one is don't flinch. You could say, you know, I like this gun or this gun better. I think they have 3 different ones, 3 different guns. You pick and choose which one you think is the best, and you could say this one I think is the best card for him. You can buy it actually for 1750 credits, which is a lot. It takes quite a while to get that many, or for 349 real money. Okay, fair enough. So that's a good way to get ahead. It's not pay to win. It's buying conveniently your choice of power. I wouldn't say it's buying power. I would say that it's paying for the play style that you have. It's kind of unfortunate if you wanted to play like a healer and you want her, you know, get up faster and increased cooldown reduction on that, or if you wanted to, so you, especially for like her, if you have the option of shotguns or this machine gun. If you want this machine gun and say this is, in your idea, the best in the slot, this is going to cost you $17.50 or $3.49, and that may just be your playstyle. You may hate shotguns. I really don't like the Rimberg in this game. I think it's like 5 rounds, and this is maybe 6 or 8. I think it's 6. I just feel like this gun doesn't feel like it connects to me, and I don't like it. So I've got a couple cards with the Rimberg, and I'm like, ugh. You know, I think for proxy I just got one with the Rimberg, and I'm like, this sucks. I'd rather use the Hollands, or maybe you'd rather use the Blishlock. Blishlock? I don't even know if that's saying it right, but I like that gun. It's got the green dot scope on it again, and I think it just feels it feels better to use a submachine gun in this game. Maybe not for everyone. I think the shotguns are pretty powerful. I've seen some orbs run around with a shotgun in their little healing circle, their deployable heal thing, and just like, you can't kill them because if you get close to them, they kill you with their shotgun point blank. There's like, pop, you're dead. And the few times you're trying to hit them with their machine gun, they're living through it. So you can outrange them, but it's also a pain in the butt because you have other teammates shooting at you and stuff. You know, I think these are all very personal preferences. So I wish there was kind of an unlock system where you could unlock at least your primary gun. I wish that was different, but I won't bash the game for it. Like, it's not enough to turn me away from this game. I think it's kind of fun when you do get a card, you know, you're playing, you get done with the game, it's like, you've got a case. I'm instantly like, I want to go open that case. You go to your, you know, you leave the lobby that you're in, you go to your barracks and you go to cases, and it says, there, you have a case, you can open it. Or you know, you can save them up for a while. You can have 3-4 cases, open them all up at once. Now another thing they have is the store, which I'll buy a case now for 1,000 credits. You know, you get them fairly often by playing the game, but say you buy one, purchase, and it's like, do you want to open now? I'll hit close just so it goes in my barracks. So I could have opened it there, but you know, it's in here. You go case and open. You know, this is kind of a fun little roulette table of spinning through a bunch of things until it pops up on you get a crappy card. I got a Phantom, okay? I don't own Phantom, but I have a gold card for Phantom, so that's pretty useless. It is a different gun than all my other ones have, but would have rather got the Skyhammer there, probably, but okay, so I got the lowest tier card, so you know, no big deal. Cost me 1,000 credits, but you know, I'll get that with my first win of the day, first game of the day bonus, or with the missions. Now the missions are the other thing I want to talk about real quick. These refill, I think, on like a 3-hour basis. They're about to refill now in like 13 minutes for me, but if you get on and it says like you need Sawbones in your party and you need support XP and you need support XP, those actually go together really well, so those will be real easy to get. I'll just go on, I'll play Sawbones or Aura and get support XP. He'll be in my squad, so I'll get both of those missions done. And then total XP in stopwatch mode, that means pretty much play 1 or 2 games of stopwatch mode and just doing really well. You get probably 4 to 10,000 XP in a stopwatch game, depending on how well you're doing or how long the game drags on. So that's not that hard. There's a few other ones that come up. The one that I don't like the most probably is the secondary objectives, because if you don't run right to it, someone else gets it. Then it's harder to get, and those are normally like plant C4 or build a thing so the bridge comes up, or turn on the ventilation system so that a tunnel or something doesn't have poison gas in it. Now those are a little less intuitive probably for new beginners, so you know, they're not as easy as just get XP by playing the game, but then there's other ones that come up like play a competitive match or win a competitive match. Those are all right. They actually encourage you to change your gameplay instead of just going play and quick join. You know, you could quick join and just have all the maps checked or unchecked, the ones you don't like. It'll make you play stopwatch for that thing, which, you know, does the same thing, or you make you go into competitive mode, which is always stopwatch and then whatever matches and stuff. So if it makes you do that, you may do that. There is also in this game, I'll point out, a server browser, which is something I wish to crap Call of Duty would just put in their games already. Now, you know, it does have a couple filters. I'm filtering out by ping of 150. Now it takes a few seconds when you search for it to figure out the ping on some of these between you and them. So it's filtered out already, some of those in the time that took. But I've also got the not filled, and then I've got objective over stopwatch. You could switch to stopwatch or have both in your list. But I think this is important in FPS game to be able to filter by how many people are in there, so you can be like, I've got 2 friends that want to join with me. I need a server with, you know, 10 to something up to 16 people matches. If you know, I jump in and they want to follow me in, they can easily do that. There is like a so-and-so's playing the game, you know, join their game, which I don't have anyone online right now, but there is a thing like that. What they are lacking in this, and for whatever reason, when you go, you know, to this, there isn't a party thing. There is a quick join your friends that are in a list. If someone was in a list right now, you could see there is like this mode is coming soon section here. Competitive wise, they do have a create a party thing, and I don't know why they have that in competitive. I mean, I know why they have it in competitive, but I don't know why they have it in there and not in the regular quick match. So, you know, if I wanted to make a party, then it would create a lobby, and then I can add my 4 friends, and then, you know, we have the choice of changing North America or taking out some of the maps or something. And then when they have other game modes, they might have those in the list too. But they have this for competitive, not for regular. Kind of weird. You do have a promote and kick leader, promote to leader and kick player things, which is fine if you're making a party or you're working with a couple people. Maybe one of them wants to be the lead. Totally fine. I just don't know why it's not in quick join. So, you know, slight issue or complaint with the game has to be that there's no party system as of yet. Maybe it's something they'll add or have in their consideration pile, things to do list. Not there yet. Anyways, I think that's probably about all that I wanted to talk to. This is the first video of this part that I wanted to do, and I wanted to do just the pre-game lobby style, an explanation of some of the things, the price points, the loadouts, the things in the store. I wanted to show you guys those. There is another thing real quick. The elite cases you can buy. These have silver, gold, or cobalt that's better than the bronze with like just 3 perks. But they have they have the, you know, outfits or camouflage style benefits, and still 3 augments. So you have random chance from, say you buy one for $4.99, it does that little roulette thing, blah, 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 and then here's a BAM card, and in these ones it will be just the silver, gold, or the blue cobalt cards. So versus the regular cases where it is a chance at all the other cards, the lead, iron, and bronze. I think I've maybe got 1 bronze out of all of the cards or all the things I've opened. A lot of lead, maybe 5 or 6 iron. I think I've got 2 gold, or a gold and 2 silver out of random cases that I've earned. So, you know, your odds are there. They're just pretty low. I've never got a cobalt. I've seen a few scroll by, but I've never been like right on it or just missed it. I think I've missed it by 2 or 3 cards. And the little slider, I'm like, oh, it knew it wasn't going to give it to me. But, you know, that's alright. They did add, you know, Red Eye recently and Phantom just before that. So they're still making stuff, still doing stuff in this game as developers. I think that's good. And you know, I think this is worth playing. I think I would put my stamp of approval on at least try it out, see if you like the way the guns handle. I think it's a little loose. I think it's like, you know, not unresponsive, but I think it's just purposefully less hardcore, less realistic than some games. Like maybe this is the arcade shooter versus the simulator shooter. So I think there is a bit of that to be in the comparison, for sure. If I were to critique this based off of TF2 and other games like that, I think this would be easier for casuals, but still hard to master or learn all the cool tricks with some of the different champions. There is obviously the ones that are just spam your grenades and stuff, and then there's the ones that have a much longer cooldown on their grenades, like Fragger. So, you know, I think it's worth trying. I think you should look into this game. It's not like a super huge download or anything. They patch it every now and then. I haven't seen too much problems with server up down time. When I play, it's pretty late at night, so I generally in games find out that they turn off at 3 a.m. when I'm trying to play a game. This one hasn't really had that many problems or anything like that. I have seen maybe 2 hackers. One guy may have just been really good, or had one of those like best game of his life things. I've had 1 or 2 of those games where I was like really killing it, like 30 and 5, and people were like, "You're hacking." But I've seen one guy legitimately was like really hacking, and he was playing like the sniper, and we were watching him in spectator, and his scope was popping 2 people as they spawned and not able to shoot them because they were through walls and stuff. But we could, through spectator, you could see that he was hacking because his thing was auto aiming for heads that were not there. But other than that one time, and we reported him on the forums. I believe someone got a video of it and stuff. So, other than that, I haven't personally seen hackers. I've heard other people say there's hackers, but it doesn't seem like a big issue. I think the community is generally pretty relaxed. Every now and then you see a guy that's like from League of Legends or something that totally rages at you, or says you should uninstall or kill your mom or something, you know, along those lines of real rude. And aside from those bad apples in the pool, I think there's been a pretty general nice, relaxed gameplay with this, and I've been playing it to kick back from League of Legends and de-stress from that game. So I'm going in just like blah blah blah, blah pop 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 pop, shoot 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 shoot, blow things up, heal people, having fun with it. And I think I've had quite a bit, you know, more than 50 hours on Steam recorded me playing this. So I'd say it's worth it. I think there's enough characters that everyone could have a playstyle that they like. Figure out which ones you actually like, or which ones you like better than others. Might take one of those weekends where they have a couple different champions, or it might take a couple weeks of them having different rotations to where you get to try them all out. You know, if I were to recommend, let's do a quick recommend before we end. I would say try out Bushwhacker. He's a lot of fun. He's objective specialist, so he can do like arming and disarming C4 faster than other people. Healing the, if you were to look at it like the cart in Team Fortress 2, the EV is a big tank that you heal up, and he does it faster than other people. So does Proxy, another objective specialist, and I think Fletcher's the other one. I would say Bushwhacker's probably the most fun of those. If you were to look for, you know, who you should definitely be trying out, because he is free and everyone has him, Skyhammer. You know, he's got the assault rifles and airdrops and gives ammo. He's a good starting place if you want to try out the game. He's a good person to start with. To maybe go into your first match with him in your squad. Another thing I forgot. How you make your squad? Your squad is 3 people. Just take a character, drop it on there, and then you get to choose your loadout card that you want to take into the game. There's kind of a quick thing between games, lobbies, and then sometimes you can change them when you load into a game if you didn't get to go to like the pre-lobby or something, and you can be like, I want this one, this one, this one, and then you can lock in, and once you're locked in, then you can't change anymore. But you know, when you do pick the ones you want, you drop them up there, you've got your ones that you want to play in place. When you get in game, it's F1, F2, and F3 to select which one you play with, and then every wave you can, every time between deaths and stuff, you can swap from one to the next class, or you can kill yourself with K, I think is the suicide button, and then you can just swap to the next class you want to play, and you'll spawn in the next wave. Waves are about 20 something seconds apart. If you're close to the end of the wave, like the last 2 seconds, you can spawn real quick. If you're like 20 seconds off, then you gotta wait 20 seconds, but that's not that bad. I mean, for a shooter game, deathmatch style games generally have the instant respawning, where objective games like Counter-Strike normally has the like one wave and then you gotta wait till your whole team's dead. This does not have that. This is waves continually coming in. If your whole team does get wiped out, then you're all gonna respawn at the same time, but you get the idea. It's a little bit more casual this way. It's not so tense or so boring if you're dead first, if you're someone like me who rushes in. But I think, you know, considering it's free, you should try it out. You should make your own opinion on it. You shouldn't be looking to other people's opinion on it. I'm just really trying to show you the loadouts and cases and like the boosters and that kind of stuff, how it works, so that you maybe know that much going into the game. Because there's a bit to pick up when you first get in. It might be a little overwhelming. To me, it was kind of like, I don't know who I want to play or who's best. I watched a couple streams. I realized Bushwhacker's pretty awesome. Nader's pretty awesome. Sparks is pretty awesome for a healer, and that's why I'm going to get her actually next. I'm saving up for her right now. Yeah, there's a few that I was like, man, these stand out way above the other ones to me. But I've seen other people do really good you know, playing Aura. I've seen some people doing really good playing Fragger. And every now and then you get into a game where it's like 3 Rhinos and 3 Auras, and they're just all standing on her healing thing, machine gunning you to death, minigunning you to death, and it's crazy. And you're like, I can't kill them, I can't kill them, I can't kill her, I can't kill them. It's pretty intense. When Phantom first came out, everyone was like, he is so OP, nerf Phantom, he's OP, ridiculous. I played him, I'm not that good at him. I'm just, you know, he's fun. Every now and then you get 2 or 3 kills in a row and you're like, this is awesome, I just slice people down with my samurai sword. But, you know, I think that's a preference thing. Sniper thing, same thing. Some people are just going to be better with him or have better idea of the latency times. I'm not the best sniper, so I had a game last night where I got like a quadra kill or more, and I felt pretty good. Other games, I'm like, I get shot, I'm shooting another sniper, and they hit me every single time in the head. First try, and I have hit them like 3 times in the body, and I don't know why they're not dead yet. But, you know, that's them being more experienced with it than me, maybe. Maybe if I sat down and played it. The new guy, I have no idea. He's got like rifles, like single-shot rifles and a smoke grenade. Don't really know what his role is because I haven't played him yet. He's got the goggles so he can see in smoke when everyone else is blinded by it. I've only seen a couple of them in game, so can't really tell you much about that. But, you know, that's my thoughts on this game and the pre-gameplay footage of this, and I hope it recorded well. I don't know. I haven't checked the video yet, but I hope it recorded well enough. I had to do this in Windows mode. I couldn't get it to work in regular full screen. The recording wasn't working in regular full screen, so I had to go to Windows borderless for this. And yeah, my recording has always turned out kind of janky when I have to do that in Open Broadcaster. So hopefully it turned out alright. But anyways, I'm going to work on the next video, and we'll get this one up on YouTube as soon as I can, and the other part will be up showing video of me playing. So hope you guys enjoy this and that, and I hope you guys are having a good week out there. We'll see you guys next time.